How you guys doing? LeftBurst here, and today we're doing a testing video. Very different than my normal videos. Today we're going to be testing the Orbit driver, this guy right here, the original Orbit driver with just the plastic metal ball versus the new upgraded Orbit driver, the metal Orbit driver. Just holding this thing. This thing's actually like, it weighs a lot more than the regular Orbit driver. Anyway, so as you can tell by the name, the only difference between these two drivers is that one has a metal free spinning ball in it and the other is just a regular plastic one. Now we're gonna see if the metal one is significantly better than the plastic one, or maybe if the plastic one's better than the metal one. That'd be really surprising and disappointing if the plastic one was better than the metal one. It'd be like, oh my god, I finally got the metal Orbit. I bought this new part, I was saving up for it, and you battle against your old Orbit and you're like, wow, the metal Orbit sucks. It's like, it's worse than the regular Orbit. Anyway, the combo we're gonna be using on both drivers is going to be the stock combo for Dread Bahamut, except we're going to take out the wall frame. And if you're wondering why we're gonna take out the wall frame, it's that I don't like the wall frame. Is that a good enough reason? Anyway, so yeah, both Beyblades are going to be using Dread Bahamut with the Gen weight disc as well as the 7 disc. And if you can tell the difference, the one that has the metal Orbit is going to be the original Dread Bahamut, and the one that has regular Orbit is going to be the Random Layer Collection Dread Bahamut, the purple one, which in my opinion, like, I like this one, but this one looks cooler. Like, purple just looks cooler. Anyway, let's get this battle started. Let's see which one is better. I'm gonna launch I'm gonna take turn launching them, but yeah, let's get started. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot. There's the metal Orbit, 3, 2, 1, shoot. And there is the regular Orbit. Alright, let's see which one's better. Also, guys, this weekend I've actually been to Pokemon World. I don't know if you can see this map, but this is, I don't want to block the Beyblade, so I'll show you the map later, but I went to Pokemon World, and it's like the coolest thing ever. They sell packs for like so cheap there. It's insane. It's super awesome. They brought it to DC, which is where I live, and it's just great. Anyway, let's see who wins the battle. Is it going to be the metal Orbit or the regular Orbit? I swear if the metal Orbit loses, I'm gonna be very sad. And the winner of that, oh, okay, no, that's not the metal Orbit, that's the regular Orbit. It looks like the regular Orbit actually won, which is, I can't say I'm not surprised, but at the same time I'm surprised because the metal Orbit should have won. Anyway, let me show you the mat, guys. Here's the mat. I think it looks super awesome. I really like it. Anyway, let's move on to the next battle. I'm gonna launch the regular Orbit driver first. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Regular, oh my god, regular Orbit. Okay, that was kind of a definite mislaunch on my part. I definitely should have launched it. I don't know why I launched defense types at an angle. It's just weird. And I'm sorry if my voice sounds kind of weird. Again, I was at Pokemon World, so I was kind of like screaming. So now my voice is kind of dying. Like, I can feel it. It's hurting when I talk, and I probably shouldn't be recording a video, but the grind never stops, guys. I'm always recording videos. Anyway, the winner of this battle, I swear, if the metal Orbit doesn't win after I scrape the regular Orbit so much, it's gonna be really sad. Okay, the winner is the metal Orbit. We're gonna try that battle again. Well, I don't know why, so we're gonna try that battle again, because we're gonna try that battle for the whole entire video. Just gonna be a video with regular Orbit versus metal Orbit. Anyway, let's see how this does. We're gonna launch the regular Orbit again, and this time I'll launch it straight and not at an angle. I don't know, I'm an idiot, guys. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, shoot. There is the regular Orbit. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and that's what happens when you launch it straight. Just jumps into the pocket. We'll try that one more time. 3, 2, 1, shoot. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, there's both Beyblades in the stadium. A thing I do want to say about the metal Orbit is I think the metal Orbit is a lot more controlled than the plastic Orbit. Like, as you saw, the plastic Orbit jumped out of the stadium pocket, but I feel like the metal Orbit, because it's a little heavier, it's gonna stay more towards the center of the stadium. Although maybe that's not the case. Anyway, so far, I don't think that the metal Orbit is that great. I'm not gonna lie. I think that the metal Orbit is better than the regular. Okay, the metal Orbit won that one, but I think the metal Orbit is better than the regular Orbit, but not by much. Like, it's slightly better. Like, it barely even makes a difference, which is really surprising. At least in stamina, I would say. Maybe in defense against attack type Beyblades, because the metal Orbit's heavier, can take hits better, but at least in stamina, the metal Orbit's kind of the same as the regular Orbit driver, which kind of sucks. Maybe I'll test it out. Maybe I'll bring in an attack type Beyblade and see how it does against an attack type Beyblade later in this video. Okay, but for now, let's just test these two combos. Ready? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot. Dread Bahamut. Okay, there's both Orbits in the stadium. Let's see which one's better. So, yeah, maybe I'm gonna try to test an attack type combo against these guys and see how it does. Another thing I would like to say is the freaking Gen weight disc is kind of overpowered because Arc Bahamut is a Beyblade known for bursting a lot, and we haven't seen one burst this battle. I don't think I've even seen like one click. The Gen weight disc is just like crazy like that. Another thing I would like to say is I definitely like the red one better than like the blue one I have right here. The red one's just so much more vibrant, looks cooler. Alright, so the metal orbit won that one. Okay, maybe I take it back. Like, of course it's metal, so it kind of has to be better. Like, you think metal and you're like, okay, metal, it's heavier, it has less friction, therefore it's better. So like, scientifically I guess it makes sense, but in real life I don't think it's too much of a difference in my opinion. Like, there's a difference, not that much. Okay, let's do one more battle between these two before I switch off to an attack type Beyblade. I don't know what attack type Beyblade I'll use against this guy. Okay, ready, 3, 2, 1, go. There is Dread Bahamut 3, 2, 1. And there's also another Dread Bahamut, the cooler Dread Bahamut, the purple Dread Bahamut. The purple Dread Bahamut looks so much better. Does anyone agree with me? I really like the purple one, especially compared to the black one. The black one just looks kind of lame. Like, don't get me wrong, Bahamut in general is a really cool Beyblade, but like this black one, it just doesn't look that cool, especially compared to the purple one. Anyway, let me go look for an attack type to use against these guys. Let's use I think I'm gonna use Excalibur or Buster Excalibur to see which one's better. Okay, so yeah, overall, I think the metal orbit definitely does have more stamina than the regular orbit. I wouldn't say by a crazy amount, but it definitely does. Let's test out its defense, or its defense potential against attack type Beyblade. So yeah, here we have the stock combo for Buster Excalibur. The stock combo is Buster Excalibur 1 dash what is this thing called? I totally forgot. 1 dash, whatever this frame is called, sword. So yeah, also, this frame didn't really come on Buster Excalibur, so it's not really a stock combo, but in the anime they have it, so that's really cool. Anyway, it's gonna really bother me if I don't know what, it's called Dagger. I don't know why I didn't remember that. Dagger, okay. Anyway, let's get this battle started. Let's see. We're gonna use the regular one with the regular orbit first against Excalibur, and then we're gonna use the one with the metal orbit to see if there's any difference. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna have to switch my launcher. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, fall to Excalibur. Excalibur, you gotta attack the Beyblade, my dude. That was kind of a stupid battle. We might have to redo that. But it looks like Orbit does really well against Excalibur, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the regular Orbit was already a really good defense type driver, so I think the metal orbit's, just like stamina-wise, I think the metal orbit might be slightly better in defense, but like not that much, because the regular orbit was already so good in defense and stamina, it's kind of hard to one-up him. Anyway, let's do one more battle with the regular orbit before we switch off to the metal one. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Regular orbit. 3, 2, 1, go. There is Excalibur. Alright, let's see how it falls from Excalibur, and the regular orbit driver does really well. Okay, so yeah, the regular orbit driver, again, mixed with Arc Bahamut, or Dread Bahamut. Ah, frick, have I been calling it Arc Bahamut this whole entire time? I meant Dread Bahamut, I'm sorry guys. But yeah, Orbit mixed with Dread Bahamut, it's just a good combination, like it just doesn't lose. It's a good defense type driver on a good defense type layer, so I don't see it losing that much. Anyway, let's see if maybe the metal ball orbit might do better than the regular one, or maybe it'll do worse. Imagine if it does worse against defense, which I could actually see that because, again, metal has less friction than plastic, so it'll move around the stadium like kind of more easily, so maybe Excalibur will be able to push out this metal orbit Beyblade because of the metal. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, let's see if it's as good as the plastic one. Like, as you just saw, it almost fell the stadium, but it didn't because, of course, it's the orbit driver is kind of OP. Anyway, just even if, like, the metal orbit is worse than the regular orbit, or maybe if the regular orbit and the metal orbit are, like, the same, it's still really cool because it's a freaking metal orbit. It's a metal version of the orbit driver, which is amazing. What other, like, metal versions can we get in the future? Can we get, like, I was just about to say, can we get a metal revolve, but I think we already have a metal revolve. What else? I don't know, what metal versions could we get? Maybe, like, imagine, like, a metal reboot. That'd be so cool. Like, they make a new Valkyrie, and they put it on a metal reboot, and everyone's like, oh my god, that's super awesome. Actually, metal reboot wouldn't even be that cool. They kind of already upgrade reboot. We have ultimate reboot with the with the rubber reboot, so it's not really that big of a deal. Maybe instead of making things metal, we make things rubber. How cool would that be? Imagine a rubber orbit. but that would suck because the orbit driver would wear out and maybe even fall off the driver, which would make like a super big whole flat driver, but I'm getting confused. Anyway, let's do one more battle against the Excalibur, just test out this Metal Orbit's defense. 3, 2, 1, go. There is Dread Bahamut. 3, 2, 1, go. And there is Excalibur. Let's see how well Excalibur does against this Dread Bahamut. Salted from Excalibur. Well, kind of. I don't know. This Buster Excalibur, it's kind of disappointing. Also, another thing I would like to say is that we haven't gotten an Excalibur for the GT system yet. You guys think we're gonna get Excalibur from GT system? We got an Excalibur for the single layer, the dual layer, the God series, the Chozy series, and is that it? Did I just count down all the series? We basically got an Excalibur every single series besides the new GT series. So if we don't get an Excalibur in the GT series, like that's just gonna be so sad. Also, I heard they're making a Phoenix in the GT series, which that is gonna be freaking epic. I can't wait for that. Please also make a Dead Hades version, GT version of Dead Hades. That would be super awesome as well. Anyway, I'm going to do one more battle between the Metal Orbit and the regular one, and then I think I might end off the video, or maybe we'll test the Metal Orbit and the regular Orbit against the Stamina type Beyblade and see how well it does against Stamina. Okay, so yeah, one more battle between the Metal Orbit and the attack type Excalibur before I switch off to a Stamina one. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. There is Dread Bahamut, 3, 2, 1, and there is Buster Excalibur. Alright, salted from Buster Excalibur. Let's see who's going to win this battle. I'd be really surprised if Buster Excalibur was able to win. Like, if Buster Excalibur couldn't even beat Dread Bahamut with the regular Orbit, so with the Metal Orbit, I feel like it doesn't stand a chance. Okay, and the winner of this battle is going to be, of course, Dread Bahamut with the Metal Orbit. Overall, Dread Bahamut is just kind of OP with the Metal Orbit. Like, there's no beating it. With the regular Orbit, it's OP. So with the Metal Orbit, it's even better. So yeah, I definitely think that the Metal Orbit is better at defense than the regular Orbit. Alright, let's try this Beyblade against some Stamina type Beyblades and see how well it does against them. Okay, so I got the Stamina type combo. The combo we're going to be testing the Orbit drivers against is going to be HE Double Hockey Stick Salamander, Outer Eternal. Now, I think this combo is pretty good. Obviously, Salamander's a very good left-spin Beyblade for stamina and defense, that's why I used him. As for the outer disc is really good for stamina, and then the Eternal driver is one of the best drivers for stamina. So yeah, we're gonna see how both Orbits do against this one combo, and see if any one of them, maybe the Metal Orbit has like an extreme amount more stamina. Like, I know I already talked about stamina before, and how it wasn't like a super amount over the regular Orbit, but maybe I'm wrong, because we were just putting those Beyblades together. Let's see how it does against a stamina type Beyblade. 3, 2, 1. There's Salamander. 3, 2, 1. There's regular Orbit. Okay, let's see how regular Orbit does against Salamander. If it's going to, if regular Orbit beats Salamander, then I would say that's kind of sad. But I don't think regular Orbit's going to beat Salamander, because again, Salamander has kind of an OP stamina type combo. It has Outer and Eternal. And also, all I gotta say is stamina type versus defense combos are really boring. They just hit each other. Like, with attack type, it's so much cooler. Alright, so it does look like the stamina type Salamander combo is going to defeat out the regular Orbit. Let's see if the Metal Orbit has more stamina, is able to beat the Salamander combo. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. There is Salamander. 3, 2, 1, go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Salamander. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna try that again. 3, 2, 1, go. Salamander. 3, 2, 1, go. Metal Orbit. Okay, let's see how Metal Orbit does against Salamander. Maybe Metal Orbit's gonna be able to outspin Salamander unlike the regular Orbit. Honestly, I don't know. But it does look like there's a lot more contact and hits with the Metal Orbit. Maybe that's because the Metal Orbit's a bit heavier and they're competing for like the middle of the stadium. Is the Metal Orbit gonna win? Is the Metal Orbit gonna win? That'd be kind of hype, because that would mean it's like a decent amount better than the regular Orbit, because the regular Orbit couldn't win. Okay, so the Metal Orbit won, so it looks like against Stamina type Beyblades, the Metal Orbit is definitely better. Anyway, so yeah, that was my video, trying to see the difference between the regular Orbit and the Metal Orbit. I did that in the reverse order, give me a second. The regular Orbit and the Metal Orbit, that was really stupid. But yeah, overall, I definitely think that the Metal Orbit is slightly, if not much better than the regular Orbit. So if you do like the regular Orbit and you're looking for an upgrade, I would definitely suggest getting this Metal Orbit. And plus, it's just it's really cool. It's like a metal version of Orbit. What's not to like? Anyway, so yeah, overall, Metal Orbit's really cool, really good. Definitely better than the regular Orbit. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Have a nice day. LeftBurst out.